Oh, hey. Hey guys, and welcome to Minimalistik. So, I was lucky enough to have BlitzWolf sending in one of their speakers for a review. So, although I got the item for free, I will give an unbiased and honest review. Still, I want to thank them for sending the product in. I'll have a short review of one of their USB hub as well later on. Also, I'll have a link to the speaker in the description below if you're interested. At the moment, it's a little under $50 US. So, the speaker comes in a pretty small cardboard box. It doesn't feature a lot of protection, but the speaker came in perfect condition, so I guess it's enough. Then you also get a charging cable and an aux cable. You don't get a charger, but it will work with any phone charger, and you probably got one laying around somewhere. So I don't see that as a problem. As for the physical aspect of the speaker, it looks really nice. It feels solid and has a nice weight to it. The grill is made out of metal and it has a large rubber base as well. The silverish area looks like it's made out of metal, and the top part is made out of black brushed plastic, which is quite nice as it won't scratch easily. So overall, the build quality is really nice and it doesn't flex at all. I wouldn't be worried about throwing it in my backpack and not carry much about breaking it while on the go. My only gripe is the buttons, which are made out of some chrome plastic. They do not feel excessively solid, and the chrome plating will probably wear off over time. But hey, that's not a huge problem, and for the price, I can't complain much. As for the back of the speaker, there's also an auxiliary port, so you can use it with a device that's not Bluetooth compatible. There's also a charging port and a power button. The speaker has a 4000 mAh battery, which is quite a lot. The company advertises 7 to 10 hours of playback at 70% volume, and I got around 15 hours at mid-volume or maybe a bit lower. So that's quite impressive. The controls are pretty simple. You've got a button to take calls, previous and next buttons, volume buttons, and a play pause button. I tested the speaker with my iPhone 7 and my MacBook, and it worked pretty good with both devices. I was surprised to see that the play pause button worked on YouTube, even on my MacBook and on my iPhone. There was some connection issues sometimes, but they could be fixed by either turning on or off the Bluetooth on my devices, and it wasn't a real issue. It happened mostly when I tried to switch between devices, so that's not really often. Also, on really low battery, the sound started to drop sometimes. I didn't test the call function, as I don't think that's this product's main goal, and I rarely use the call function on my phone. I did, however, test the auxiliary input, and the sound quality was even better. It will depend on your source, but basically you're bypassing the DAC in the speaker, which shouldn't be of super great quality considering the price. And you bypass the Bluetooth connection as well, which sometimes can compress the audio as well. To connect the speaker with Bluetooth, you simply have to hold the power button for 4 seconds. The speaker should then appear in the detected Bluetooth peripherals of your device. The speaker will reconnect automatically to the last connected device when you power it on next time. And lastly, to power it off, you simply hold the power button for 4 seconds again. It has two 10-watt drivers, which makes it quite loud for its size. As for sound quality, it sounds best at mid-volume or less. At that volume, it sounds decently loud if you're not in a noisy environment, and the sound quality is really good. When you turn up the volume, the bass doesn't go up as much as the mids and the highs, so it doesn't sound as balanced. Slight distortion can also appear on bass-heavy tracks. Other than that, the sound quality is really good for the price. The bass cutoff appears at 160 Hz, which is quite high, so don't expect ultra low bass, but that's mostly due to the size of the speaker. They cannot overcome that physical aspect. I wasn't able to compare it to other similar Bluetooth devices as I don't have any, but I did compare it to my MacBook speakers and my Audio Engine's A2 Pluses, which are desktop speakers that are worth about $250, which is about 5 times the price of this Bluetooth speaker, so keep that in mind. I used a stereo mic to record the quality difference between all speakers, and here are the results. Keep in mind that the MacBook speakers were at full volume, the BlitzWolf was about at half volume, and the audio engines were a bit below that. So yeah, the difference is more noticeable in real life, but I can say that the BlitzWolf speaker sounds way better than my MacBook speakers. The audio engines do sound better, their stereo separation is better as well, but that's due to their placement. They also go lower and have a cleaner sound, but they're not portable, they do not have a battery, and they cost way more, so they're not really comparable. This speaker is meant to be small, portable, and cheap while keeping a decent sound, and I think it does what it says. All in all, I'm really satisfied with this speaker. I wouldn't replace my audio engines with it or any other high quality sound system, but on the go, I find that it's a great thing to have, and you get a really decent sound out of your existing devices. For dialogues and movie watching, I found that the speaker did very well, as these audio tracks mostly have mids and high frequencies. Same thing for acoustic songs, it did very well. For more bass heavy tracks, you will get a slight distortion at high volumes, but it will still sound way better than any built-in audio from most devices. So yeah, it's pretty good. If you were shopping for one of those, I'd say it's really good for the price. I'm pretty sure that higher priced options will sound better, such as the Bose SoundLink Mini, but it's really not in the same category at around 200 bucks, so yeah, that makes sense. However, I think that the slight upgrade in sound quality you will get might not be worth the huge price difference. So, as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like this video if you did, and don't forget to subscribe for more similar content.